Hello everyone, I'm Swati. I'm currently doing my first year in mechanical engineering at IIT Madras.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 3600 ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟಾಟಾಪ್ಲೇ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಚಾನೆಲ್ಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಶುಲ್ಕ ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳು 3600ರಿಂದ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ HD ಸೆಟ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್, ಡಿಶ್, ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರೀ.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योति नमो
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
अभी बहुत दुबई देखना बाकी है ब्रो।
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರ್ರಿ, ಲೈವ್ ಇದೆ.
ಇದು ಗಡ್ಡ ಬರ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೈ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್.
Thank you, Dimitris. Great minds inspire others not by what they say, but by what they make others see. It is a great honor to introduce our chief guest of the day, Mr. Satish Kumar Sir, Head HR, Foxconn Private Limited. Sir is a professional with an impressive career in human resources. He is currently serving as a senior executive, human resources, specialized in hiring engineering professionals, both experienced and fresh graduates. Sir brings with him over 2 decades of rich experience in the field of recruitment and talent acquisition. He began his professional journey with DHL, where he served as a recruiter from 2004 to 2014, contributing significantly to the organization's talent development and workforce planning. Following this, he continued his impactful career with Center of Excellence Private Limited, where he worked as a recruiter from 2014 to 2023, playing a key role in identifying and nurturing talent across various domains. His deep expertise, commitment to excellence, and passion for developing human potential have made him a respected name in the industry. We are truly honored to have him with us today, and we look forward to gaining valuable insights from his experience and words of wisdom. With this introduction, I request Sir to address the gathering.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Samish. So, as per you, everyone knows that Foxconn is very well, right? So, Foxconn is started in 1974 in Taiwan. So, it has been built up entire world. Right now, we have 3 plants, entire India. India, we have 3 plants, and other countries we have more than 12 factories. Right now, we are in manufacturing about full of electronic goods. So in India we have 3 plants, which is in Chennai, Bangalore and Hyderabad. Right now Bangalore is a research center which we have built near 1500 acres of plant. Right now we have built 180 acres right now, and upcoming days we have more factories which is going to come in India. Noida we have planned. Again, we have a plan in Mumbai, and future we have a plan in Bangalore also, a second plant which is closing in the center of Bangalore. So this is our company feedback, profile, and myself as senior executive, which I am working for HR department. Right now we have 28,000 people in our factory, almost like engineers and diploma students. So as per we are into a manufacturing unit right now. Upcoming days we are planning to build an AI plant also, which comes in Noida. Upcoming days. So lot of manufacturing companies is going to come in India right now. So thanks for giving this opportunity from behind Nagarjuna College and Ifesami sir on behalf of this college principal and entire team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. And now invite Mr. Mr. Srinivasa K, Professor AC, to introduce the guest of honor, Dr. A. Nagarjuna, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It's with immense pleasure I am Srinivasa K, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Co-Coordinator of GCAT, take this opportunity to introduce guest of honor, Dr. A. Nagarjuna, sir. He has 34 years of teaching and administrative experience. He is a former principal in Vinayaka Missions, Kirupananda Variyar Engineering College, Salem, from 2008 to 2021. A person with excellent experience in policy planning, in education, curriculum development, human resource management, innovative design of motivational techniques. An efficient team leader with outstanding organizational and interpersonal skills to conduct events such as seminars, symposiums, conferences, workshops, and other programs. Known for motivating subordinates and team building, he has succeeded as an emerging leader and administrator by practicing these principles. An active player in establishing a good rapport with various institutions, R&D organizations and industries to promote technical activities. He worked as a reviewer in several international journals such as Science and World Scientific and Engineering Academy and Society. Acted as a member of IEEE Executive Committee, Madras Section, Region 10, and the chair of IEEE Aerospace and Electronics Engineering Society, Madras Section. He also served as Chairman Student Relations, Institution of Engineers, Salem Zone. Currently, he is an eminent member of Institution of Engineers, Salem Zone. With this, I welcome Dr. A. Nagarjuna sir to this event. So I also request him to address the gathering.
Respected Dr. C. Gopalakrishnan, Director of this esteemed Nagarjuna Group of Institutions, Chief Guest of today's International Conference, Mr. Satish Kumar, Head HR, Fastcom Limited, my dear student of 2008 to 10 in Tech Areas Design and another guest of honor, Mr. Chanakya Kumar Jha, EPC Chair, Director Planning from Siddhanta Group of Institutions, Pune, Mr. Suman from Product Manager from SAP Labs, Bangalore, the Principal of this esteemed institution, Dr. Dupaswamy, Dr. Suresh Kumar, Head of the Department of ECE, members of the organizing committee, distinguished professors, scientists, research scholars, and my dear students. A very good morning to all of you. It gives me an immense pleasure and a deep sense of honor to stand before this distinguished audience on the 6th GCAT conference organized by Nagarjuna Group of Institutions in association with IEEE Value Station. First of all, I have to congratulate the organizing team for their vibrant congregation of work in bringing out these mind thinkers, innovators, creators, and missionaries, uniting them all to a single platform called this conference. This conference is going to give good number of innovation from various scholars, researchers, etc. And the main purpose of this conference to unite all these innovations and see that it is going to be set for our human being, satisfying the sustainable development goals. That is the importance of this conference. This conference, I come to know that a good number of papers have been strength from various people, and good number of papers will be selected and will be published in the conference proceedings. And you have got valuable speakers internationally and nationally who can share their ideas in a variety of domains, starting from power electronics to cyber security, artificial intelligence, biomedical, communication systems, etc. Each one of you represent today not only from your institution or from your research center or from your organization, but the collective human quest for knowledge and progress is very important, which we want to share the message to you. Whatever you take home today, you just bear it in your mind. Research or innovation is not a single man's effort. No one can celebrate it. My department or my field alone is doing this. Today, the nation is expecting a multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary research where all departments should come together for a collective innovation which can serve the human being. That is the message which this conference will deliver to you in 2 days. My best wishes and heartiest congratulations to the organizing committee, and a big thanks for the management as well as director for encouraging the institution to conduct these type of conferences. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of encouragement. And now request Dr. Swati, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, to introduce the rest of the family. Dr. Swati.
Very good morning to one and all. It's with immense pleasure. I, Dr. Swati S., Associate Professor, Department of CSC, take this opportunity to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Chanandya Kumar Jha, TPC Chairman, Director of Planning, SJI, Pune. Dr. Jha, a distinguished academic and visionary leader, holds a PhD, ME, and an IIM certification in business analytics. He currently serves as the Managing Director and CEO of Western Business School, Pune, and also a senior member of IEEE. His contributions to the IEEE community are noteworthy. He serves as a subcommittee member of IEEE Region 10 for Charter Coordination, Chair of Humanitarian Technology, Activities, IEEE India Council, member of the Humanitarian Activity Committee, etc. Internationally, Dr. Jha's leadership extends as a mentor of JSR Lab and Ranking of Higher Education, Joint Secretary of the Federation of World Academicians, India, and also as an invited speaker for several global forums including MICC Malaysia, WICC Bangladesh, etc. He is also recognized as ICAN Maharashtra, youngest social educationalist of Digital India, and also one appreciation award from Guyana University for his contributions to the research coordination. It's truly a bliss to have you, sir, for gracing the occasion. With this introduction, I request Chanandya sir to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. And thank you, Madam, for introducing me here. It is my pleasure to have myself in this institution as being the part of GCAT. GCAT is the 6th edition of the Global Conference for Advancement in Technology. I'm very thankful to the director of this institution, Dr. Gopal Krishna, who has initiated the IEEE student branch and who have made concept to organize the conference first time 6 years ago. Now, it's the 6th series is going on. So, This is really a milestone for the institution. It continuous every year, each same month and same day, if the institution is organizing the conferences. I did very conferences. So for that, I am very thankful to the faculty, dean, HODs and the principal for individual years to providing supports and taking it to hard to organize this kind of a conference. As well, this is the work of the TPC, Technical Program Committee, and the reviewers to giving their contribution to making this conference as a success conference, successful conference, and now we are very happy to know that this is the conference takes this purpose also. So on this behalf of my institution, behalf of this conference, I am very thankful to the management of the institutions and the principal of this institution, Dr. T.P. Swami ji, who has given the support for organizing this conference and inviting me as being a part of this conference. To my guide and respected professor and the registrar of United Congress University, Dr. Nagarjuna sir, who accepted the invitation to become the speaker for this conference and other faculty members. IEEE is the world's largest technical professional society working for the humanity and doing the advancing the technology. And we are part of that. Total member of the IEEE is now 4,80,000 around and plus. Daily each hour the members are going to increase. So that this is called the world's technical largest professional society. There are 667 around sections in the IEEE, and it is spread in 190 countries. Total 3,820 student branches in the IEEE around the world, and something 4,800 some chapters are there. There are 39 societies under the IEEE and many affiliates group that works for the IEEE for the betterment of the humanities, that includes SIGST, HSC and all. Meaning of affinity group is the group that are associated with the non-technical people who serve for the humanity. I asked the professor of this institution to form the affinity group and some society, the different branch and the different local groups. Like you can form the WIE, women in engineering, that it is very beneficial for nowadays to work for the girls students and the female faculty for the betterment of something. You will get the fund outside that. There is another move, is that SIGST. In the recent day, it is called the STC, Humanitarian Technology Committee. But for the institutional level, you can form the SIGST, Special Interest Group of Humanitarian Technology. There are several funds available for the institutions, for the organization. This is called the Affinity Group, and the sponsorship, the funding provided by STC for the site is minimum $5,000. Initially, the institution forming it is a $500. You will see that will be in the particular account of the institution. So there are different things that we can do with the IEEE for the humanities. As being the engineer, our job is not only to go for the technology, work for the technology, develop for the technology, but it is our social responsibility also to convert and utilize the technology for the betterment of humanities. And that work, that is the very logo and the slogan for the IEEE work for the humanities. This is one of the great conferences you can see of the Bangalore section, IEEE Bangalore section, because the acceptance rate of this conference is excellent. It is around 10%. See, it is very difficult to call the papers from the different regions of 1900 or more than 1,000 papers. That means it shows the credibility of the conferences. If many papers are submitted to the conference. thanks all the participants and staff members who participated in this session and wish you all the best for this conference. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for sharing the insights from your team. Felicitation is the simplest way to express that someone's contribution truly matters. I want to request the dignitaries to felicitate our Chief Guest, Mr. Satish Kumar, Head HR, for sponsoring the tribute.
ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸರ್ ಲೈವ್ ಇದೆ. ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್.
I also request the dignitaries to felicitate the guest of honor, Dr. A. Nagarjuna. Leadership is not about being in charge, but about caring for those in your charge. We are fortunate to have with us such a visionary leader who guides us with wisdom and inspires with example. I request Gopalakrishna sir to address the gathering.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. Respected Mr. Chanakya, popularly known as icon of Maharashtra. For the state, he is the icon. Now I was telling him, you are the icon of GCAT, because for the last 6 years he has been continuously supporting this conference, and he is coming, setting aside his other assignments, he is making time to come to our college and address all the researchers and paper publishing students. Dr. Nagarjuna, very senior academician and registrar of Vinayaka Mission, dean to the university. They are running 4 medical colleges. And he is leading that. They have a student strength of about 20,000. See, he is managing all that. A great academician and a leader. We have Dr. Nagarjuna here. Mr. Satish Kumar, young person, already he is heading the Foxconn Bangalore unit with 27,000 employees. I was asking him a question, how is that you are managing these 27,000 people? HR means it is the human resource management. How are you managing this kind of large number? He says in the next 2 months we will reach 30,000. And in the next 1 or 2 years, 1 year I think, they will be touching 50,000. See, what is the number? Multiplication. Very interestingly, what I have understood from him is that they take mechanical engineers, they take the electrical engineers, and they take electronics and communication engineers. These are the 3 branches that they are recruiting at present. In future, there may be some change. I am not very sure about that. AI is coming into picture. So there are a lot of such developments taking place. The purpose of organizing such conference is that researchers across, I was told that 14 countries, researchers are publishing their paper in this GCAT. Now, one interesting thing is what our organizers have done is, it is going live, YouTube live, 34 parallel sessions are happening in the college, and they are all online, presenting their papers. For each room, for each presentation, there is one reviewer, one coordinator, 2 people will be monitoring the papers. Very interestingly, what I find is 1960 papers, getting 1960 papers reviewed is not a joke. 1960 papers, when you say the quantum, the volume is too much. Going through one paper, you just read the abstract, what is there, reading the abstract and understanding itself is difficult. Going through the full paper is really difficult. Imagine 1960 papers they have to review. How many reviewers are required? They have about, I think, around 100, 150 reviewers, 300 reviewers across the globe. Very interesting. These people, they reviewed 1960 papers and only 190 papers are selected. That means, you see, 90% is rejected. Only 10%, that means the quality green is being presented in this conference. That is the highlight of the conference. Number of papers are huge. Cutting down them to a very small number. I was just going through this abstract. A lot of things are there. Very interestingly, there is one paper abstract, what is called the emotion-based music system. See, it recognizes your face and it sees what type of emotion you have now. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you angry? Are you depressed? This kind of analysis it makes. They have done one work on that, and it gives you the recommendation of a music which you can listen and relieve yourself of the stress that you have. See the wonderful thing. I have gone through other papers also. Early detection of heart disease, early detection of cancer. There are very, very useful work in the health sector. For every problem, there will be a solution. Only thing is we need to find the solution, proper, appropriate solution. There is one more called the fruit harvesting, fruit plucking. IoT device, fruit plucking. Very, very interesting. What type of fruit they have used, I don't know. But there is work on that. Initial work probably, but drones may be employed for plucking the fruits. Guava fruit, mango fruit, or even lemon, for example. If you want to pluck that, the manual labor involved is huge. Nowadays, you find difficulty in getting good labor in the rural areas. So therefore, such work, which are very innovative and interesting, they will contribute a lot to the society at large. One very interesting thing is that the researchers across the globe can understand what type of research is going on in other places. Not only in Bangalore, not only in India, but in other countries like they mentioned, UK, Australia, USA. You see, what are the researchers going on there? There are presenters, researchers who have presented their paper in this conference from those countries. So the researchers can know what are the research activities that is going on. Day before yesterday I was seeing one video wherein in China they have already made one app. This app will translate the language. Supposing you are very fluent in Kannada, you speak in Kannada. Another person, if he is Tamil based or if his mother tongue is Malayalam or Telugu, the translation is done in that language. See, we can think of translating one language to another language. An app is designed to translate, I think, about 50 or 60 languages across the world. How is it being done? Yeah, as youngsters, you should think of that. There was one more problem statement given by the government of India, wherein they have said there is one scheme called Prime Minister's rooftop solar system. So they give funding, subsidy for all these rooftop solars by government of India, and how these are to be monitored, how the efficiency of these solar units are monitored, how they are working across. See, they may install 1 lakh units or 2 lakh units. How do you monitor all these 1 lakh or 2 lakh units? Humanly impossible if you take it physically. Mapping that, going and seeing the rooftop solar and mapping that and finding the efficiency of that is really, really very, very tough and difficult. It is time-consuming, laborious process. Therefore, it can be done using one app which can be developed. That problem statement is given to the students now. You have the chance now. You can contact your HODs. Yesterday, I have given that input to all the HODs. Please see whether you can develop an app. If you win that, you will be sent to Switzerland for presenting your paper. Such things, see, there are a lot of applications which are in the pipeline. Students should visualize that and understand what is the importance of our subject, where we can apply this, where I can help the society to live happily, disease-free society. identify the diseases well in advance so that the treatment can be easier. All these are in place. Deep learning is in place. So there are a lot of such things which are coming up. All these papers which are presented in this conference, I feel most of them are towards the societal development, societal action, societal improvement. I wish this conference all the best, and I once again thank Dr. Tippeswamy for organizing this conference very effectively and efficiently. He is a good academician, good leader, and most importantly, a good human being. I wish that this conference should give output and result. I also thank Mr. Chanakya and other guests who have come all the way to address all of you. This is YouTube live, it is going. You can see by logging in to the YouTube. It's sitting in different places, different countries. That is the advantage. After Corona, all these things have come. Earlier, this YouTube presentation or online presentation was not much effective. Though it was present, it was not much effective. But after Corona, that 1 year we did not do the GCAT. From 2018 to 25, we have done 6. This is the 6th one. 6 GCATs we have organized here in this college. And all these are the advancements that have been taking place. I wish this conference all the best, and the researchers also a very good way forward. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you, sir, for your energizing words. I'm able to welcome Dr. G.K. Gopalakrishnan, sir, to this program. I request Mantisha, sir, to welcome him. Excellence is never an accident. It is a result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It's a proud privilege to welcome the driving force behind the institute, our principal, Dr. Tippeswamy, sir. I now invite Sir to address the gathering.
So good afternoon, namaskar, namaste to one and all. Dignitaries on the dais, my dear colleagues, my dear friends, participants online, offline, and also most importantly, so they are all present here. Yesterday we have made a press conference, so they are here for our responded positively to our invitation. Welcome, sir, and also all dignitaries and HODs. So today we have gathered here for inauguration of GCAT. So obviously any conference should be having its own stakeholders. Important stakeholders are presenters. So presenters are researchers. So those are presenting the papers in hybrid mode. So for this particular conference, the question from media was how this particular conference is affecting or how this particular conference is influencing on local geographical area. Yesterday there was a question from media. Highly relevant question. So I told this conference is addressing sustainable development goals. Sustainable development goals are strongly associated with mankind. So there are 17 sustainable development goals, all 191 papers which have been selected for presentation, either directly or remotely or indirectly connected to sustainable development goals. So more specifically the theme was, since it is generic conference, technology, advancement of technology, which is not necessarily for one of the engineering branches, no. There is no barrier among branches here. All departments are going together to conduct this particular conference. So in this conference it was told, so during the press conference yesterday, engineering for agri, so engineering for development of agriculture, engineering for health, engineering and its application for health, engineering for environment. This was the theme told yesterday. After going through all 191 papers, all these papers are certainly addressing health, addressing agriculture, and also addressing environment. So these are the burning issues of today. So any conference for that matter should address these challenges. So these challenges at the first level, so under the umbrella of sustainable development goals. So more specifically this IEEE, so IEEE society has taken this particular initiative and they are doing continuously this particular GCAT. So more specifically this year, the quality of questions, the quality of papers which are being presented are very high quality. So 2045 papers were received. Out of 2045 papers, only 191 papers have been shortlisted for presentation. This clearly indicates the quality of papers which are being presented here. So we should say, so whatever the theme, whether it is engineering for health, engineering for agri, and engineering for environment. So it is addressing, and that proportion has also taken care. Also, the papers which have been selected all under the heading of 17 goals. So proportionately, all goals have been addressed by the researchers. Surely this will help the mankind, and also through these sustainable goals. So the theme is research for development of nation, research for development of nation, research for development of mankind or welfare, so welfare of mankind. So with all this, so this confluence, this conference is also confluence of various stakeholders and researchers. Surely this brings good to the nation, good to the mankind, good to the society. So thank you very much for organizers giving the opportunity to speak to the stakeholders. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The inauguration ceremony of the IEEE 6th Global Conference for Advancement in Technology GCAT-2025, technically co-sponsored by IEEE Bangalore section and organized by the Department, ECE, CSE in Data Science, CSE in ANML, and ISC of Nagarjuna College of Engineering and Technology, Bangalore. On behalf of NCT and Organizing Committee, I am Dr. Nagarjuna, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE and Program Coordinator of this program, take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to all who made this inaugural function a good success. First and foremost, our sincere thanks to our Chief Guest, Mr. Satish Kumar, Head HR Foxconn Private Limited, for gracing this event with valuable presence and for your inspiring address. Synergy have truly motivated every participant present over here. Thank you, sir, for being with us and sharing your time and insights. Thank you, sir. We extend our sincere gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. A. Nagapal, Registrar, Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation, and Dr. Chanika Kumar Jha, TPC Chair and Director of Planning, Siddhartha Group of Institution, Pune, to this program. Your presence and your messages of encouragement set a positive tone. Thank you, sir, for being a part of this program. Our heartfelt thanks also to our beloved management, Sri Chaitanya Verma, CEO NGI, and Srimati Balu Chaitanya Verma, member CEO NGI, whose vision and leadership continue to inspire and empower every milestone that NCT touches. We are deeply grateful to our director, Dr. Gopal Krishna SG, Director, Nagarjuna Group of Institution, for your constant guidance and unceasing support that fuel every initiative of NCT. Thank you, sir. So we express our sincere thanks to our respected principal, Dr. K.P. Swamiji, for your encouragement, dynamic leadership, and continuous motivation, and making every academic pursuit and NCT meaningful and successful. A special word of appreciation to our convener, Dr. H. Venkatesh Kumar, Professor and Head, Department of ECE, for your also extend warm appreciation to all the deans, placement heads, heads of departments, faculty members, coordinators, and student volunteers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event smooth and memorable. Your teamwork and dedication are truly memorable, commendable. Thank you. We also can take this moment to thank all the authors, delegates, participants who have joined us from various countries. So all of this, all the participants who are in the hybrid mode, online as well as offline. Thank you. We also thank this moment to thank the media representative for their valuable presence and efforts in covering the event throughout this district. Thank you for your continued support and cooperation. Meanwhile, I want to thank Chandrasekhar, campus secretary, Harish, campus secretary, and Chidu Chidambaram, the maintenance department, for leading the cooperation for the entire coverage of this event. So finally, our sincere thanks to each and everyone present here for your gracious presence and participation. Your support has made this equation a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you everyone for joining. I request all the students and participants to stay back. We have a keynote session. Kindly stay back.
Good afternoon to everybody. I will take just 10 to 15 minutes alone to say about what is the importance of this conference. Since I belong to IEEE for the past 3 decades, so we want to share with you what this conference is going to say, the information to the researchers, to the scholars, to the students. So it is empowering young minds through global technology advancement. That is the theme of the conference. It is the 6th global conference conducted at this institution in association with IEEE Bangalore section. The subjects what they are going to cover in this 2 days conference, today and tomorrow, you can see here, starting from power, energy, power electronics, signal processing, image processing, communication systems, computing technologies, device materials processing, biomedical in healthcare, emerging technologies and other technologies. So the theme is vast and visionary, where it encompasses dynamic and transformative fields of modern science and engineering. That is the important thing. Thank you. So these areas will be much helpful to you to reshape the industry problem as well as to help to the society. The only important thing is you have to integrate them. You have to integrate them. Again, I am saying you have to integrate them. Integration is very important in combining all these domains. So, integration means the power of thinking in an interdisciplinary way. You would have heard about National Education Policy 2020. It clearly says the education is now based on student-centric. And that too, a student should not feel, I belong to computer science department, I belong to AI, I belong to electronics, not like that. The slogans have gone already. Now the thinking should be on multidisciplinary, how I can able to collaborate or integrate with other students from other departments. So that is the interdisciplinary thinking which is need of the day and that is emphasized in this conference. Good examples are here. One is biomedical is now combining with AI. Communication is now intervening with data analysis. Power electronics is now almost computing everywhere. In olden days, power electronics is separate, computer science is separate, biomedical is separate, but today it is completely different. Innovation today is not born in isolation. There is the information which we want to give. It emerges as the intersection of the knowledge. So the GCAT provides the space for all these young minds to come together, not only to share what they have discovered, but also to discover what they can build together. So you have come here to discover what you can build together. And you all know India is no more an adopter. So far we were adopting the technologies from the foreign countries, but India is no more adopter. India has become now innovator because of these young minds. You know the Bangalore is called as the Silicon Valley of India.
Hello.
Which carries a very special meaning that it is the forefront of the technological growth. We are creators now, we are disrupting the technology now, and we have become the global contributors now. So students should think, scholars should think, researchers should think in that way. No more learning or adopting of technologies alone. We have to go for creating or innovating the technologies indigenously of our own. This transformation cannot be happened in overnight.
Hello.
It is very clear. It takes a long time, but let us start today. Young minds are here at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21 and all. You start today, in another 10 years or 15 years, no doubt, India will be giving the technologies to other countries. No one has thought about that. India will be manufacturing 2 beautiful vaccines which saved the entire world during COVID-19. US cannot be able to done that. China, no. France, Germany, no. But India has done that with 2 good vaccinations, saved a lot of lives. So that is how the India is going through. And what is the role of IEEE in this conference? That I have to say to you. IEEE, you all know, it is well known for its excellence of existing many years in the world. It is meant for integrity and collaborating, creating a big network among the people who are working in the similar fields. The all accepted papers today, 191 papers, will be published in the IEEE proceedings, which is a Scopus indexed. Most of them are here students. You will come to know about what is Scopus index. You will come to know about what is research publication. I will brief you. A publication, a research publication is nothing but putting your idea, innovative idea. Either it may be a combination of 2-3 streams or multiple streams. You just draft it in the form of an article and submit the same to any of the journals. Variety of journals are available. IEEE is also a journal. It is having its own journal. The reviewers will be going through your innovative idea, and if it is really innovative, which is going to help the humanity and which is adopting any one of the sustainable development goals, 17 goals are there, then they will take it as innovative and they will publish your paper. As a student, you have to go for publishing papers. Research plays a major role nowadays than comparing to our days. In our days, it is a Gurukula form of teaching where we will sit in the class from morning to evening. Teacher will be coming and teaching. We will be understanding the basic and we will be getting the marks, getting the degree, going away. That is not the situation now. Student has to learn the subject very clearly on his own or on her own and see that how he can able to create, how he can able to analyze. Even your choice-based criticism will say about understand, am I correct? Analyze, create, everything is there as per Bloom's taxonomy. So this conference is pressurizing the same to you. Now coming to the technologies which have been used here, you can see in the screen, technology is a purpose for us, not the need. There is a difference between the purpose and need. It is a purpose for us. We have to learn the technology, no other go, and we have to go for innovation. You can see here, renewable energy solutions if you create a power energy on renewable energy solutions, it will make or it will build a cleaner planet, again helping to the humankind. If you go for innovating biomedical devices, again it is going to save many of our lives. Again it is helpful to the human being. If you go for enhancing the communication systems, it improves your connectivity throughout the world, again keeping the human being well communicated. If you go for emerging technologies, which are not just predicting the future, they are shaping it. So all these titles which we have fixed in this conference is somehow related to the Sustainable Development Goals, finally keeping the human being well. Understand very clearly, the present younger generation, we are expecting more on you. You have to develop some things which can keep the human being good. That is the only message which we want to convey to you. So this is the slide meant for you. You may encounter doubt, you may encounter clarification, you may encounter failure, rejection. But remember one thing, all these are stepping stones for your success. A good example from Thomas Alva Edison, what he says, I have not failed. I have known now 10,000 work how I can do wrong. Once you are able to know how many work you can able to do wrong, then one day you will do the things right. That is what the positive energy that we have to develop ourselves. So this is the power of connection. There it is Bangalore or Berlin or whatever may be the country, the conference connects them through presentations as clearly informed by your HOD ECE. So many parallel sessions are going on in hybrid mode. Most of them are in online. Present day, the researchers cannot able to travel long away from various countries. As rightly said by your director, after COVID, it has become in a hybrid mode. Some of them are attending physically, and most of them are sharing their knowledge in online. So, a future of hope and responsibility which rely on you. As we move deeper into the 21st century, we have to choose whether we are going to harm the planet or whether we are going to heal our planet where we are living. The answer is in your hands. You should be confident that I am going to heal my planet where I live. So that is the another message which we want to give it to you. So these are all the voice of global experts, speakers who are going to share their knowledge in a particular domain. Dr. Yang Yu, Zhangjiang University, China, and Dr. Jia Sakub is Senior Vice President of Geo Platforms. Two international speakers are there. Many other national speakers are there. Swati Sharma from Bhopal, who is going to speak on cyber crime, how we are going to stop the cyber crime related to women. That topic will be much interesting. You can watch that tomorrow. It is by 11:30 to 12. She will be coming in online from Bhopal. So many good topics are there. You can go ahead. And I have to thank IEEE Bangalore section for sponsoring this conference, and I have to congratulate the organizing committee of this institution who have done a good job in arranging this conference. 191 papers are getting into IEEE Explore conference proceedings is a good number. So it is a big privilege for me to be a guest of honor here and to present before you the theme of the conference, what you are going to take in the end of the day, and how you are going to implement it as a team. So this is the message which we want to convert you. So the best way to predict the future is to invent together. So that is my information which I want to share with you. If you have any questions, you can ask us. Unless otherwise the question is not arised, two things are there. One is the session is fully understood, or otherwise the session is not completely understood. That I can take like that. Artificial intelligence, how many students are here? Whoever may be the department, whatever the topic related to artificial intelligence, the students from various departments should attend. It is the need of the hour. Without knowing artificial intelligence, you cannot able to continue further in your profession, because that is the present technology going on in the market. Whatever the technology going on in the market, we have to adapt, we have to learn, we have to invent, we have to create, we have to innovate. No other go, right? So that is a good message for you, for your sustainability in your profession. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, my dear friend. Thank you.
mobile battery draining faster. We are not going to waste time. I don't want to take your lunch time away. Swiggy, yes, I had a session with one of the Swiggy marketing officers recently, and the way they are using AI is also very nice. So I'm happy that you're prompting again and again, but I might have one solution or answer for you, no matter what you're talking about. Okay, now, considering this slide, AI is used for multiple processes. One is for manufacturing. I talked about manufacturers where there are so many manufacturers involved in building one simple machine, which is your laptop or mobile. So there is a connection of manufacturers which actually produces your final goods that you're buying. So if you have data around those lines, you can do magic. You can do forecasting, prediction, remaining useful life prediction, and so on and so forth. And that's why the importance of AI and other technologies become important. Now, what is a digital twin? How many of you have seen Iron Man? Iron Man? Jarvis? Remember Jarvis? So that was a personal AI, yes, a voice assistant. Similarly, if we have to recreate something which is real into its digitized form, it's a digital twin. It can be replica of a person, it can be replica of a motor, it can be replica of a car, it can be replica of one of you sitting here. Okay. Now the thing is, okay, can we not have the sound, please? Okay. So if we have data of a real life object, it becomes easier to do a lot of predictive stuff. For example, how many of you have smart devices? Smartwatch? I like that guy. He is raising hands for everything. Good. You will have a gift from me at the end. Probably we'll need to figure out what that is. So a digital twin is basically a replica of a real life object. So if you have data around a specific equipment, a specific device, could be your mobile, could be your laptops, and you reflect it in a specific form, that's a digital twin. So if you have an Excel sheet that covers from the day of your mobile purchase to the current date, how you have used your mobile, you should be able to predict when the battery is going to run its course. So this is one use of AI which basically helps you on a regular basis. The reason I'm talking about this is you do not study specific subjects just because of studying, but try to figure out where it is used practically, and that's what will help you in figuring out a good research topic or maybe a startup of your own. Now, there are different types of digital twins and divisions. I don't want to touch base on that considering the time. Skip, yes, I'll skip. You know about Excel? This is something called an asset administration shell, which basically has information of any device. It might have information about subunits as well. For example, if you have a laptop, we can talk about sound system, we can talk about a chip, you can talk about how your microprocessor is running, your graphics card is running, so on and so forth. So every information can be stored in this format, just like you have Microsoft Excel. Now, in industry, as I mentioned, you can actually combine the physical and digital world and get some data out of it and make some predictions, make some forecasting. There are multiple such applications in manufacturing as well, where you can optimize production processes, where you can enhance product quality. And then this is where the main thing lies, where you can actually reduce downtime. Or in your mobile's case or laptop's case, how do you actually ensure that your battery life is kind of kept intact and has a larger span of use? For example, I'm using one of my phones for the last 5 years. But I know for some of my friends, it hardly lasts for half a day and they have to recharge again. And that's a big problem. So if you are interested in AI, learn how you can put this into practice, increase the longevity of your mobile devices or laptop devices. It's a bigger problem with laptops than mobiles, maybe something that you can, consider and research upon. And on top of it, if you also add things like real-time data, you will be able to make better predictions. So many of you might be using a smartwatch. So if you are getting the data of your heartbeat, heart rate, oxygen level, so on and so forth, you should be able to also figure out any major diseases that might come up in the future. So it's not the longevity of a mobile device or a laptop device or an industrial device. AI can also help you in predicting something that may happen to you or your loved ones. So again, don't just study and read about AI or any of the new age technologies that is coming, but think how you can make it or bring it to practice for your projects, practices, or regular activities. That's going to be very important for all of you. A quick, segmentation of how industrial digital twins look like. You have asset twins, which represent a specific equipment. You have digital threads, which basically talk about different processes and how they can be represented in a digital form. Also talking about time series analysis, where you're getting data on a regular basis and how do you use it to make some predictions in future. Then you have hybrid twins, again not going to touch in the interest of time. System and unit twin. For example, you have data of a laptop, but you are also interested in how your sound system inside your laptop might change. So you are not just looking from a laptop from a high level perspective, you're also looking for specific units which are there within your devices. Could be mobile, could be laptops, again, the same thing that I'm mentioning. So you should be able to judge the longevity of those smaller units as well. And finally, product twin. So any equipment or devices which is sold as a product can also be considered as a product twin. So these are different types of industrial digital twins that we consider for future research and how we can use latest tech like AI for making predictions, forecasting, so on and so forth. Now, to talk a bit about my research, so there were gaps in terms of how digital twins are represented. As I mentioned, one way of simply representing any real-life object is Microsoft Excel. You can have an Excel file or a CSV file, and that data is more than enough. At the same time, somebody might be using a 3D model. Somebody might be using asset administration shell that I already showed. Somebody else might be using AR, VR, so on and so forth. Then what is the right format of actually depicting the same in an industrial sense? There's none. So one part of my research was to focus on something that is considered as a standard for representing digital twins in the industrial sense. What did I take? I was working with asset administration shells. Now, how does asset administration shell help? So there is an industrial digital twin association, or IDTA, which basically is working on standardizing formats so that if I am sharing data, let's say I am Lenovo and I need data from Dolby, or I am Acer and I need data from Dolby, I should actually get the data in the same format from both the companies. It shouldn't be like somebody is sending me Excel, somebody is sending me CSV, which is still okay, somebody is sending me a text file. So I need a standard form which will basically help me in understanding the data and also do analytics on top of it. So the objective that was considered for my research was to take this as a framework and perform predictive analytics, understand the remaining useful life of a particular device. How many of you have taken train journeys in your life? All of you? Do you know the train engines that we have in India have a specific remaining useful life before they are put into, or they are dismantled? You know what is the remaining useful life of an engine in India? It is 70 years. 70 years. So if we need to ensure that an engine for a train is going to be used for 70 years, how do we use data from its sensors and say that we can have a larger remaining useful life for this train engine? So, my research objective was to have a framework that will enable any industrial digital twin of asset administration shell format to be used for analytics using AI or whichever latest tech that is, to predict how longer can a machine or train engine or laptop or mobile can sustain. That was the goal. So, as I said, the problem statement was how to make industrial digital twins interoperable and predictive. So what did I find out? That we can use generative AI to generate data. As I mentioned, if I am Lenovo, or sorry, if I am Dolby, I might have to share data with an Acer, a Lenovo, or an HP, or whichever company it is. I may not be able to share a specific data to specific manufacturers. So I still need to generate data which can be looking like real data, but not the real data, in order to maintain legal side of the story. So the first part was generating data set which already exists, which looks real, but is not real, or fake data. Second part was, if we have a representation technique of a digital twin, can we have a single channel which produces a single format for all manufacturers across the industry? So Lenovo, the Dolby doesn't have to worry about whether it's coming from Lenovo, whether it's coming from Acer, whether it's coming from HP, and so on and so forth. Then comes your predictive maintenance. So if you have the data, as I mentioned, you will be able to predict remaining useful life. And again, focusing on this, you don't just learn AI, but try and solve open problems that are existing out there or you are seeing on a regular basis. Getting data from a health device is not rocket science anymore. Using LLMs for generating text is not rocket science anymore. Those codes exist. You might be using Python or something. If you still do not know how to code, you can actually go to ChatGPT or Perplexity or whichever LLM it is, ask for a code that will solve a specific task, and you're done. So try and solve problems that you're facing on your regular life. In the interest of time, again, I'll close this. These were some results that we saw from our research. So basically, we saw that the real data, so in this case, the orange and blue lines are basically representing the real data and the synthetic data generated. So in this case, you can see that both the lines are matching, which means the real data and the generated data were more or less showing the same cumulative frequency, which means the data are more or less the same. Similarly, how do you choose the right model for predictive maintenance? You can run predictive model algorithms over specific data set and see how they are performing. So that's a representation of regression models and classification models that was used for my research. And I think it was neural network classifier which kind of won among them. So I'm trying to fast track the entire session so that you can go for your lunch. How does it help? It basically helps in production optimization. So how a particular device is manufactured from raw materials to the final product is called an assembly line, which goes through multiple different steps. So it is important and essential to understand how we can optimize the same, build something faster. So this entire model or the research that I'm talking about is not just for predicting remaining useful life, but also for improving production flows. So if we have the data, can we make sure that the process of building or creating a new equipment is done faster? Finally, it's not just about predicting remaining useful life, but it is also about ensuring quality. Imagine if our train engines are not working properly, or your mobile devices are getting corrupted and very less usage, it's kind of a bad name for the organization which is building it. So, using predictive analytics for digital twins, we can actually predict how we can better improve quality of such devices. So that is also one part which can be leveraged and is part of my research, but again, it can be improvised, which I would request to all of you. Now, having said all those things, is one request before we close the session. Every day there's something new which is coming up. There are 3 topics that I'm going to mention among many which you can work on. I would encourage you to learn and understand. One is agentic AI. Okay? There are different tasks that we do on a regular basis which can be automated. Go search for tools which already exist and see how you can leverage the same for your assignments, for your research, for the next paper that you might present in 7 GCAT. So, agentic AI is one of them. Obviously, if you are talking about generative AI, if you are talking about ChatGPT, if you are talking about Perplexity, it's important to understand foundational models as well. Many of them or most of them have a version which is available for free, which can be leveraged for creating your own code, okay, or your own solutions. Try those foundational models out. Understand what's a knowledge graph. Understand how those algorithms are working. Understand how you can use Perplexity or ChatGPT to make those codes as well. That is also absolutely fine. But this is one more thing that you can focus on as part of your research or assignments. And finally, one of my most important or most interested topic is quantum computing. I'm not sure if you have heard about the term. How many of you have heard the term quantum computing? You have? Part of quantum mechanics, right? Somewhere, physics and computer science are also coming together. Understand how you can leverage the concepts of quantum mechanics and figure out how quantum computing is working, how it is basically, making the systems faster, and these are some of the things that you can use. And obviously with that, there are more. I mentioned knowledge graphs. There's still, old wine in a new bottle for blockchain, Bitcoin, metaverse, so on and so forth. Think about how you can leverage these technologies for your research in the future. And I hope I haven't taken much time. I will close this session. If you want to connect, I don't want to open it up for Q&A. I know you're hungry. I'll be around. Please feel free to interact. If you have any questions, more than happy to answer them. Also, there's a QR code which links up to my contact details. Please feel free to scan. Let me know if you have any doubts. More than happy to help and support you. And sir last mentioned that if people don't have a question, it means 2 things. I generally believe if people do not have questions after, a session, it was because I really didn't care. Okay? So I will not waste your time any further. But if you have any questions, please let me know and I can take it up. For formality, do you have a question here? No, sir? Perfect. There's one? Okay. I'm sorry, backbenchers. There's one.
So you asked about that first topic, that was agentic AI. So currently I'm working on the projects of agentic AI. I'm using frameworks like WordPress, N8N, like that. So what makes difference creating from scratch or using frameworks?
That's actually a very good question. What's your name? Ashif. Asif had one question where he is asking whether to use existing frameworks or to build something from scratch. See, there are two ways of looking at it. If you are using an existing framework, you are looking more into the application side of the story, which is perfectly fine. You can build something, solve something which is not related to this. But having said that, you might be also interested in leveraging how these algorithms are built, how people are creating these agents. You could be interested in that side of the story as well. So optimization is possible in both aspects. It depends purely on your interest and also the topic that you're solving, where you decide whether I use something which already exists or improve something that already exists or build something from scratch. It's purely on you. Somebody has to work on both the sides. You cannot be here or there. So it depends on your interest. Anything else? If not, okay, last comment maybe. Okay, quick question. How many of you use lifts? Most of you, right? Do you know that a couple of decades back, there was one problem statement where people were complaining about the speed of lifts. People were saying, the lifts are very slow, it's 50 floors, so we are taking a lot of time. They asked some vendors to go there and wanted to make the lifts faster. So I don't remember which were the vendors. They came, they inspected the lifts, they talked to the people who were using the lifts, made some changes. After 3 months, they again came back to check with these people who were using the lifts, is the lift faster? You know what was the response? The lifts were actually faster. Can you tell me what was the solution that was used? People actually said lifts were faster. The lifts were installed with mirrors. People had nothing to do inside the lifts. The speed of the lift was not a problem. People had nothing to do inside was the problem. Why I'm mentioning this at the end of this session? It might be technology or it might be common sense that helps you come up with a latest innovation. It may not be AI. It may not be technology. Okay? Understand what the problem is, make the right decision. To make lifts faster, they installed mirrors. Because a guy like me, who used to be thin 5 years back, now looks like a football instead of playing football. That is a major change. The answer was mirrors. With that, thank you so much for being this patient and all the best for your future.
Thank you, sir, for your knowledgeable insight, and thank you, students, for being so patient and listening to him. I request Dr. Mahesh Shastri, sir, to greet sir with as a token of appreciation. We really value your presence here, and thank you for the knowledgeable insight which you've given. Thank you, students. You may leave.